rights, and he's coming now to address us. Let's give him a hand.
Thank you very much. Good afternoon. First of all, I'm very proud. You know, when God created this good earth, he created me too.
All right.
And I'm black and I'm proud.
Yes.
And all of us who are black should be proud of who we are.
That's right.
But let me tell you something. What is happening in the world today and what's happening in the state of New Jersey is wrong. And black lives do matter. All lives matter. But when it comes to black folk, there's this uniqueness about what has happened to us through our history of struggle. People forget when we stand up and say black lives matter, those non-quote-unquote black leaders in many cases and special interests start to tell us that we are being racist, that we are doing it. It's not true. They don't understand our history of struggle.
That's right.
There was a time in life for this new generation. You may have read about it if you stayed in school. You may not have read about it. We're going to get you back in school. But there was a time in life where black folk were considered property.
Yes.
Under the law.
Tell it.
And so our lives never meant as much to some folks in this country as they mean to us and the good Lord. And there's another issue, and I'm glad to see the clergy out here in this coalition. But I think that the black clergy and the black elected officials and the black civil rights leaders and the black communities, we have sat down and not come together for so long. It's a shame.
That's right.
It is hurting our community.
Yeah.
It is my generation with the generation here that understand where we have come from and how we got to where we are today. Back in the 50s and 60s, when we were younger men and women, we weren't babies, we were younger men and women. Black folks came into the room with the clergy at the churches, black elected officials. Wasn't that many, but we came in. Good community leaders, even with labor leaders. When there was a problem in our community, we worked in those meetings day and night, week after week, until we collectively brainstormed and came up with what we call a potential solution. That was called the policy meeting. We got away from policy and got into politics.
Come on, tell it.
And it's killing us. Because politics comes once a year.
Right.
Elections are held once a year. In between the politics year to year, we're doing nothing but sitting back on our laurels and complaining. While white folks are coming in between, meeting on a regular basis about setting policies. Not only policies to set our rights back, but even game plans how to involve us with their monies and their appointments to help carry their water to do more harm to us. And so we have to get up. And I want black elected officials to know throughout the state, whether you're a school board member, a council member, whether you're a mayor or a freeholder, whether you're in the Congress, the state level, that people elected us to stand up. We can agree and disagree on the politics.
That's right.
But we cannot disagree on the history of black folk and what's good for our communities.
Yes.
And so I can tell you this as chairman of the Legislative Black Caucus. We're going to continue to communicate with our clergy members. We were doing that statewide. And when Senator Blue and Elise Evans left, we stopped. But Assemblyman Ben Wimberly has been given that charge from me to stay in touch. And if we don't have you on our list, we want you on that list. So we can keep you informed and come meet. And I can tell the people this, that the Legislative Black Caucus members, no doubt in my mind as the chair, we stand behind whatever has to be done to make it clear to our colleagues and to the world that black lives matter, not in other states, in this state as well. And I think that's important for us to know. And so I just want to say that in December, if there are any black elected officials out here, I'm going to be in touch because we're going to have an all-day, behind-the-door, black elected official symposium to educate you on what you need to know about black history, what you don't know about black history, and what you need to know about your responsibilities as black elected officials to our people and our particular community in particular. And I think that's important also for you to hear today. So we will be back in touch, and our colleagues in the legislature are going to listen to us one way or the other. Thank you very much. God bless you.